You know, in the near future, I might not take this channel seriously anymore because I don't like what YouTube is doing to my channel. They have been sabotaging my channel for the past 2-3 weeks. They haven't been sending out no notifications, man. That's why my numbers have been really down, because they don't send nobody no notifications to anybody. Like down the line, I might take my second channel way more seriously than this channel. But a lot of people are trying to make the comparison between Sammy G and Eddie Kingston and his conflict with Andrade El Idolo. Look, man, it's not the same thing. It's like apples and oranges. It's like, yeah, it seems like Sammy is a problem backstage, but his conflict with Eddie and Andrade El Idolo, it's like apples and oranges. I don't fault Sammy G for his fight with Eddie. That was all Eddie. I stand by that. I actually made a video about that. I blame Eddie for being soft. It's like, bruh, if somebody calls you fat, if you don't like it, okay, change it. Go to the goddamn gym, but at the end of the day, this is pro wrestling. This is fake wrestling. It's like he was trying to get you heat. He was trying to put you over. He was trying to get himself over as a heel so he can put you over. It's the job of the heel to put the babyface over by talking shit about him so the fans can side with him. All he was doing was trying to put you over. But Eddie is very soft. He's very sensitive. He overreacted. That was not Sammy G's fault. Sammy G was just doing his job. When it comes to promos, it's like there's nothing that should be left off the table, especially about your size. It's like, bro, you are fat. If you don't like you've been called fat, then you have to do something about it or shut the hell up. If it's there as a heel, I should use it. What's the problem? I've heard worse things about other wrestlers. It's like, I don't understand. So you can't blame Sammy G for that. Sammy G, he was doing his job. He was in the right. But Sammy G was in the wrong with how the way he dealt with Andrade El Idolo. That should have been held behind closed doors. You don't bury your coworker on Twitter. You don't bury your coworker on social media, especially when you share a locker room with them, especially when most likely you will not have a match with each other. You are not in a feud. So this is a raw, real shoot. So what are you doing? All you were doing is making locker room problems for yourself. And the fact that what he said about Andre, that was all clout. He was clout chasing. I'm like, bro, don't cash a check that your ass can't cash. Andre can beat your ass like he did backstage. He beat your ass, right? Dog, think what you say before you want to talk about somebody. First of all, Andre is a big ass dude. You should have known he was gonna whoop your ass once he seen you. So why were you trying to chase clout for likes and retweets? He got exactly what he deserved by Andre. He deserved that ass whooping because that was uncalled for. Don't call your coworker a damn jobber. That's the low of the low. Don't call your coworker a jobber as a shoot. It's like you can't do it. It's like you are creating problems, man. And that's what he did. He rightfully so got his ass whooped. The fact that he said the only reason he got a job was because of Ric Flair, he was a sympathy hire. I'm like, bro, what are you? Right? Dude, in hindsight, Sammy G, weren't you a sympathy hire too? Because last time I checked, you were not signed to NXT. But guess what? Didn't you try out? Don't call somebody a jobber when that guy actually got a job for NXT, the same place you want to work at. Somebody please Google it. Go on YouTube. Sammy G, he did try out for the WWF. He did try out. Guess what? He didn't make it. In fact, there was an interview. He didn't make it. But Andre did. He was a world champion. He was a world champion in NXT. So make that make sense. If it wasn't for AEW, Sammy G, you wouldn't have a job. If it was for Cody Rhodes, in hindsight, you wouldn't have a job either. So technically, you was a sympathy hire by Tony and Cody. See, it's like, bruh, his head has gotten so big, so you can't compare these two fights. When it comes to Sammy and Eddie, that was all Eddie. That dude, he overreacted like the simp he is. That was an overreaction. It's like Sammy was talking shit about you in a promo. He was trying to put you over. It's like, huh? What can people not say about you then? We can't talk about people's weight and their size. If you don't like it, do something about it. If not, shut the hell up. But when it came to Andre, yeah, that was wrong, man. Andre, he didn't deserve that lashing on Twitter. That was uncalled for. Just because Andre hit you hard, that's some soft stuff. Yeah, Andre hit you hard. Okay, what if you was in a ring with Sheamus? Would you cry? It's like, dude, that's wrestling 101. When you get hit hard, you gotta hit hard right back. Like, obviously, that's wrestling 101. That means your opponent wants to have a physical match with you. If not, don't have a match with him. But don't cry and complain like this is pro wrestling. You are making wrestling look more fake. It's like, bro, he's making professional wrestling seem more faker as it is. If you crying that this guy hits you hard, it's like, wow, that's weird. So Sammy was wrong with how the way he dealt with Andre. And Andre was right for beating his ass. But Sammy is really, really cocky, man. I'm like, bro, your company has been around for 3 years. You was a jobber before this company was started. So what is your point? Dog, Triple H was not calling you for NXT. So where was you at? Andre was on the main roster. He was on TV. He was on Raw, SmackDown, facing Ray, facing Drew McIntyre. He was facing stars. He was in NXT main eventing shows. How come you wasn't doing that before AEW started? So in hindsight, you were a jobber before AEW. See what I'm saying? You see the hypocrisy